Hall of Fame game is Thursday night. It's the debut of the NBC coverage of the year. We will be there live for the pregame show and halftime, and it's the Chargers and the Lions. Jim Harbaugh, the head coach of the Chargers, announced yesterday that Trey Lance will be starting the game. He appeared in 4 games with 1 start for the Cowboys last year. It's an opportunity for him. We never thought we'd see him on national TV, and now we get a chance to see Trey Lance. We get to see what he's done with 4 years of not playing very much, washing out in San Francisco, being a risky proposition for the Cowboys as insurance behind Dak Prescott.
Right.
And now he's back up to Justin Herbert in L.A., and we'll see what he can do.
Yeah.
We get to see what he can do.
Well, he's fighting for his NFL life, his NFL career, really. That's where he's at, right? Because they got Taylor Heineke. He's the backup, so now he's the third stringer. They got DJ Ugalele. I hope I didn't botch that too much there, that we know is a huge quarterback that came out in high school and like one of the top recruits in the country who went to Clemson. It didn't work out. He had to transfer to other schools. But yeah, guys like Trey Lance here, there's question marks around the NFL. This is an audition not only for him to make the football team, but again, just to stay on the radar, put good film on in case he's not on the Chargers next year and he could be a backup or a third string somewhere else. But we get a chance to see kind of what he's worked on. I feel like Trey Lance still has some of the same issues that we talked about when he was coming out in the draft and drafted by the 49ers and Shanahan and Lynch. And then some of those same things that we saw in Dallas where, yeah, I'm just interested to see tomorrow night. Has he smoothed out some of his throwing motion? Is he more of a quarterback now rather than an athlete who plays quarterback, right? We talk and use that phrase a lot, and that's what it'll be cool to see. This is a system and a place in the Chargers that does fit him. They want to run the ball. They'd be able to use him to run the ball, and they want to throw the ball down the field and be aggressive, and he does have a strong arm. But does he have all the other throws? Does he have the presence in the pocket to move and not run and still stay there and go through the reads? So, yeah, that'll be exciting to see. I'll be excited to hear what they got to say about him, too, and how he's done in camp so far.
It was a bad situation for him from the start.
Very tough.
And this is one of my anti-draft planks.
Yeah.
Because why would you, as the player, want to be in a spot where you've got an incumbent starter and at some point you're going to take over, and when is that going to be? And there was that constant question in 2021 of, will he have a package and how often will we see him? And Jimmy Garoppolo comes out and Trey Lance goes in, and then there's all this just extra pressure and expectation. Being the third pick, you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. It is so much to manage as a player, and it just didn't work. It didn't work. And when he finally got a chance to start, he had the broken leg, broken ankle, and that derailed it. And it opens the door for Brock Purdy, and they stumble into the guy that they wanted Trey Lance to be, and they've embraced him, obviously. And Lance is just in that mode where you're bouncing around, looking for a spot. It may be 1 year at a time. It may be like 10 different teams that he plays for, wherever there's a need, wherever there's a relationship, wherever you can fit a spot on the depth chart. Because there aren't enough bad quarterbacks to go around.
No, I hear you there.
So there's an opportunity to keep playing if you have the basic skill set, because not enough guys do.
That's right. That's where he's got to cross the line of demarcation in these opportunities, basically, to go, hey, look, I know I'm not a starter or whatever else, but you can depend on me to be a backup. And I think that question mark is still out there with Trey Lance. From what we saw in San Francisco, like I said a minute ago, you went to Dallas, and I felt like we saw him have some chances in regular season and preseason to throw the ball a lot. Still some of those issues. I don't think he gets traded for, a 4th-round pick when he went to the Dallas Cowboys, so that added more of a spotlight on him because, oh, man, he's a bust in 49ers. It didn't work out, and, whoa, they're going to trade a 4th-rounder for him? Right? And I think that Dallas was hoping to, strike gold and put a little pressure on Dak Prescott, which you brought up at the time back then. But it doesn't look like, of course, that didn't work out. But, yeah, can Trey Lance show his ability to play the position to where you can get enough offensive coordinators, head coaches in the NFL to start to go, you know what, I like what I see from that kid. I've heard he's a good worker. I like the film. I trust him to come in here and be that backup, and I don't think he's gotten there yet. I don't think he's gotten to backup territory. He's kind of in that third string. Is he going to hang around, like you said, for a number of years here, or is it going to be third string and it's like, oh, this might be it, or next year's it, and then it's all said and done for him, right?
Every year scrambling, every year searching, every year just waiting and hoping that there's an opportunity to be the third string guy who gets cut and is on the practice squad and gets called up and is bouncing around. But it still beats not playing football. And that's why
100%.
guys will do it as long as they possibly can. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.